Good morning, good morning. Welcome to today's episode. Three things that we can look to here: Stephen Mnuchin's remarks, James Bullard's view on yield curve control in the US, and improving economic data in the Eurozone as well as the United States. Stocks rose on Tuesday as improving economic signals in the US and overseas added to optimism for recovery from the pandemic-induced slowdown. Treasuries were flat, the 10-year yields hovered around the 0.71 mark, oil dipped and gold advanced. Asian equity futures are pointing tad lower. Meanwhile, the 7-day rolling average of COVID cases currently stand at a 50-day high, and several governors have warned of unacceptable epidemic growth rates. That didn't stop the big technology stocks, who led the way as they have for much of the rally since late March. The tech-heavy Nasdaq Composite set its 21st record close of the year and has risen for 16 of the past 18 trading days. That's the best winning streak since 1999. I can't believe the price action versus the economic reality, but that's what it is. Amazon, whose shares are up about 50% this year, rallied for the 7th consecutive session, its longest winning streak since nearly a year. Shares of Facebook, Apple and Microsoft also joined in the rally and have benefited from the work from home trends during this pandemic. Yesterday, we got preliminary results from the IHS market data showed that the business activity in the US private sector improved for the second consecutive month of June, though it remained in contraction territory. So a PMI number of below 50 denotes contraction, but there is improvement in the level of contraction, let's just say that. In another positive sign, sales of new homes jumped sharply in May according to the Commerce Department data. Overseas, the pan-continental Euro Stoxx 600 rose about 1.3% after data from France suggested a stronger than expected recovery after lockdown measures were lifted. Activity levels in the broader Eurozone also improved to their highest level since February, though the indicators continue to signal a contraction. So a lot of PMI data that came out yesterday were all showing improvements, but still below 50, which is the level between contraction and expansion. Steve Mnuchin believes that the US will be out of a recession by the end of the year. The Treasury Secretary said that the administration is discussing another stimulus package with lawmakers that could be passed in July. It's something that we are very seriously considering, is what he mentioned. Mnuchin also said that he expects China to honor their obligations under the trade deal, but also maintain that a potential decoupling with the US is still possible. Moving on to equities, Unilever's tea business could drop bids from top buyout firms like KKR, selling for more than £5 billion is what the market is expecting. Dell is looking at options for 81% owned VMware, including a spin-off or buying the rest of the shares, is what Dow Jones has reported. MasterCard agreed to buy Finicity for about $825 million. Gojek, in the meantime, will cut about 430 jobs, or 9% of its employees, as it grapples with the economic fallout of the pandemic. On the fixed income side, United Airlines kicked off its $5 billion debt sale backed by its frequent flyer program. St. Louis Chief James Bullard said that there are a lot more questions than answers when it comes to yield curve control. The Fed is giving great forward guidance right now, and I think that there's really no problem with where we are today, is his remark that he shared yesterday. Banks aren't clamoring for dollars anymore, so they're allowing more of the Fed's emergency swap lines that they have set up with various countries to expire. So that's a sign that there is strength in the funding market and also possible weakness for the greenback. Lastly, on the Forex side, while stocks rallied, the US dollar traded lower against all of the major currencies, with dollar yen falling to its lowest level in 6 weeks. Stronger than expected Eurozone PMIs drove Euro dollar above the 1.13 mark. The Canadian, Australian and New Zealand dollars extended their gains. AUD benefited from the positive US-China trade headlines and stronger PMIs from Commonwealth Bank. Reserve Bank of New Zealand has a monetary policy announcement today. Aside from keeping the rates unchanged, we are expecting a more upbeat outlook from the governor. That's your market update. Stay safe and healthy, everyone. Speak soon.